What is up, YouTube? It is good to be back. I recently just had a son, and it has been the most amazing experience ever. It's been causing me to reflect a lot more about my physical health and taking care of it. I used to work out a lot and have just fallen short as life has gotten busy over the last few months. But I feel like I owe it to him to be a better version of me, because how can I ask him to be the man I know he can be if I can't be the man I want to be myself? For a long time, I've wanted to be in better physical shape and take better care of myself. So with that being said, let's head over to the supplements. Okay, these are the supplements I normally take. They are all Sebum's Raw Nutrition brand because the supplements themselves taste amazing and they work so well. I love having beta alanine in a separate tub to be able to add more of it to my non-stim pre-workout. I work out later in the day, and so I don't love taking caffeinated pre-workout as it typically messes with sleep, seeing I don't have any other outside sources of caffeine I normally take. Welcome to the gym. Arm day started with some biceps, so the first thing we got into was some incline bicep curls. I honestly have really loved this exercise. I remember the first time I came across these, and I believe I found them from Jeff Nippard. And I feel like they gave a really good mind-muscle connection for me. Pull day muscle groups have always been the hardest for me to hit because I never feel like I'm getting the proper mind-muscle connection. I've really liked the stretch and squeeze at the top I feel with doing these incline dumbbell bicep curls. Next, we had the easy barbell preacher curls. If I'm going to be totally honest with you, we wanted to use the plate loaded machine preacher curls, but somebody was on it, so we went to the next best thing. It's good to switch things up every once in a while though. We didn't lift very heavy on these. I believe there were only 10 pounds on each side, but they were burning pretty bad towards the end. One thing I love doing with these is the partial reps at the end of the set. I feel like it does a great job at squeezing the last of the muscle out of its strength. Alright, and that was a wrap for biceps. Next we jump into triceps with the overhead tricep extensions. I used to really not like this exercise because I never felt like I was doing it right. I found out I was lifting a little too heavy, and so my form was off and I wasn't targeting the triceps as much as I wanted to. Just some things that take time. I only have one angle of this exercise, unfortunately, because my other angles weren't the greatest. So here's me doing this exercise for the next 10 seconds. Okay, and to finish off the triceps, we got tricep push downs. This was the finisher for our arm workout, and I want to say these are my favorite tricep exercises to do for honestly no other reason than I feel like they make my triceps look huge. On a serious note, I feel like I can get a good squeeze out of this, and this is another workout I love doing partial reps at the end to really juice as much out of the muscle as I possibly can. Okay, what is up? We are actually doing this update the next day. Just wanted to give a quick update on the arm day workouts. So I woke up this morning and I don't know if it's like the way I slept, but I cannot lock out my arms fully. Like it's honestly pretty rough. My triceps are feeling pretty rough too. I didn't feel like I worked out that hard yesterday, which is kind of interesting. But I haven't worked out very consistently in a very long time. Like it's been very back and forth for a while. And so because of that, I can see why even just a little bit of like working out is really pushing my muscles to the max. I'm also not doing the greatest at eating. I need to be a lot better at eating. It's just a little bit harder because we had our son. Today is now Wednesday, is when I'm recording this. No, sorry, Thursday. Today's on Thursday. We had our son on Sunday. And so it's been kind of a crazy last few days for sure, as I'm sure some of you can imagine. But on top of that, we have been getting a ton of food just from family and friends and just like so many nice people out there in the world. And so they've just been giving us meals and helping us out and bringing us food and all that stuff. And I just feel bad. I feel like I'm in this dilemma because like a part of me is like, I don't want to spend money if I don't have to. And so we welcome all the food that we can get, and it's always good food. But then like macro friendly wise, like how good is that food? I mean, it's not the greatest. And so it's just about like trying to do the best that you can. I'm trying to like really stick to like an 80-20 rule of like, okay, if I can at least make it through most of the day with eating like relatively clean macros with a good breakfast, snacks, lunch, like really dialing it in, then maybe for whenever somebody brings dinner, that's great. So it just depends, right? But all in all, the arm day workout was super great. I loved it. I haven't been back to the gym, as I mentioned earlier in this clip, in a very long time. It's just been really hard for me to get myself to get there, and I've been so busy with life, and I don't know, it's just been crazy. But at the same time, I don't want that to be like an excuse. Like I don't want that to be an excuse, especially with my son saying that life got busy and I just kind of let it go. I feel like you can make time for the important things in your life. And so I've been really trying to focus on like my physical health, on my mental health, spending time with my family, and being able to just like do those types of things, right? And so I think physical health is so important. And why I feel like physical health is so important too, just because and I think this is kind of this is gonna be weird for a lot of people to hear. But one thing that I really like about like physical health and about like shredding your body and like really just like dialing it in is that it's like one of the few ways you can show like a physical manifestation of your characteristics, of discipline, of consistency, of those types of qualities, right? Like those qualities and being able to do it over time, that's what creates the shredded body. That's what creates the toned look. It doesn't matter if a person is doing, well, it matters a little bit, but it doesn't matter a ton if that person is doing like steroids, TRT, whatever types of drugs are out there in the world, right? Like that person still has to, 1, consistently take those, 2, consistently work out, and 3, consistently like somewhat eat relatively clean. I'm not like a scientist or PhD or whatever on that kind of level of things, but I do know that it requires consistency to achieve, right? And so I want to be able to show my son and the world and me specifically that I am who I say I am because I can see it in myself every day. I think that's just such an important thing to always remember. So that's a little bit of a recap of the arm day. I am hoping to get to the gym today. And if I do get to the gym today, I'm hoping to do chest maybe. I was leaning towards legs potentially, but I did legs like almost a week ago, like 5 days ago. And I strained my lower back again. I just think I haven't been going to the gym as consistently as I need to be. And so because of that, I feel like I'm getting injured a lot more and things are a little bit more rough. And so I think I need to take it down a notch. But I've been stuck inside all day basically, and I feel like I just need to do some movement. So we're looking forward to that. Anyways, I really appreciate you if you got to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.